supervisor for M&T Bank's contact center. I hear that you requested to speak with me.
Yes, because I need to know why you guys reported to the Risk Assessment Bureau that I'm not who I say I am. Because I just tried to get a checking account with Capital One, and Capital One was like, "Oh, you were denied because of the reports from M&T Bank saying that they couldn't verify you, and basically saying that you're not who you say you are." And until they remove this off your records, nobody's gonna give you a checking account. Not Wells Fargo, not Chase, not Bank of America. Nobody.
Okay, I could definitely try to look into this for you. Do you have, I know you don't have any account numbers. Can I try to look your information up with your social?
Yes, no problem.
Have your first and last name.
Alexander Febres.
Thank you. Wait 1 moment. Did you have anybody titled on your accounts with you here?
No. Uh-uh.
Okay,
Nope.
perfect. Okay, let me see here. I was able to pull up your information, so that's good. Let's see.
Because the problem is, right, that other reps from your online support team, when I tried to get the account last September was the first time I tried to get an M&T account, my ID was expired. Okay, so I was mad because I was like, okay, so why would you guys let me sign up for the account and then say that it's closed because I don't have a valid, because my ID was expired. So the ID expired doesn't mean that I'm not who I say I am. It just means I need to get a new one. That's common sense. So when I send the DocuSign to your online support, and it was like, yeah, well, right now, then, and I was mad. So I ain't gonna lie, I started cursing. So then they took it as a personal vendetta. And then the last rep that I was talking to that was really nice last year, she was like, okay, well, do this. When you renew your card, your you know, your ID, there was the ID over here in New Jersey, especially for the real ID, the dates were super off. I was gonna have to wait till February of this year, but since I told Motor Vehicles that I'm a security officer and I need it for work, they made it faster. They was like, okay, well, we could get you the earliest in December in here. So they got me in there. I got the new ID. Then I tried to proceed to get the account again, and then that department did not want to send me the DocuSign for nothing in the world. So of course, the rep that I was talking to that didn't want to send me the DocuSign, I was like, okay, well, if you're mad because last year I cursed out one of your colleagues, that has nothing to do with you. You shouldn't be risking your job for nobody else and lying to me and telling me you can't send me the DocuSign when I never received it on my email, because I put all that information on my YouTube channel that I never received the DocuSign. So I got the proof. And YouTube videos are admissible at court, just in case you guys didn't know that. Especially when it comes concerning me and your reps lying to me, saying, oh, yeah, we send you the DocuSign. Didn't send nothing. So she didn't want to say nothing. So I cursed her out, and she was like, oh, that's why you never have an account with M&T Bank and da-da-da. And I was like, well, I hope you know I'm live streaming right now. Everybody's seeing how unprofessional you are. And it's going to make 55,300 people really not want to have a bank account with M&T Bank. And everybody that was watching that live stream was like, oh, no, I'm about to move my money somewhere else. This is how M&T handles things? Yeah. Don't worry, Alex. I'm moving my money out of M&T. And I'm calling my employer right now. I'm moving my money over to Bank of America. Because if this is how M&T handles things, they want to hold grudges when you had every right to curse the last rep out because you told her to give you time because the account was to be closed by December 1st. And my appointment for my new real ID was until December 5th. Yeah, it was on the 5th. And they made you waste all this time. Then no, I don't want to be in a bank like this. So that was like a PR nightmare. and then her acting the way she acted, you know, my subscribers and my viewers were like, yeah, you had every right to curse at her. She didn't want to do her damn job. You showed us. You told her that you're live streaming right now and she doesn't care. So, you know, you guys just really need to do background checks on people you guys hire and really make sure they're law-abiding citizen and they didn't just come out the hood and speaking to me all ghetto on a recorded line and then handling things even more ghetto. I felt like I was watching the Car Wash movie for a second while I was live streaming, which was crazy. Like, and then on top of that, she's supposed to be a supervisor. And the way she was speaking to me was very unprofessional. So, you know, nobody should be getting paid more than regular customer care if you're not going to know how to handle a situation. And I'm pretty sure she's the one who sat here because I cursed her out and reported that to the High Risk Assessment Bureau, because that's what it's called, the high set of arrest, you know. And when I talked to Capital One, the girl was like, yeah, I believe you. I mean, people have been spiteful. People here in Capital One have been fired for that. So I wouldn't put it across her. You cursed her out. She sat here and reported to the credit bureau, to the checking credit bureau, because that's what it is. That's really realistic. What it is a checking credit bureau, and she put that M&T couldn't verify your information, that you never sent anything through DocuSign, and that you're trying to impose and lie and say that you're Mr. Febres. So due to the fact that this is on here, we can't give you a checking account.
Got it. You know, definitely understand where you're coming from. Sorry if I was quiet there the whole time. Just making sure I get this documented for you so I'm on the same page. Okay.
So, you know, of course,
Definitely want to.
sir, I'm going to let you speak. But of course, I was going to curse her out if I'm already aggravated with the whole DocuSign situation. And then she's going to come around and play games and tell me, no, I don't have to send you nothing. And then report this to, you know, to, like I said, the High Assessment Bureau, which they even backed it up. They even sent me the documents proving that this was reported by you guys, by M&T Bank. And she was like, yeah, if you want to sue them, you have every right to sue them. She had no reason to do this. So I'm going to send you the proof right now to your address. It's going to take 14 days to get there. And if you want to contact legal advisor after this, it's going to show all the proof that it was a female that reported this to us. So I'm pretty sure it was the female you were arguing with on the phone. So you guys are going to have to do something after 14 days, sir. If not, I'm suing the shit out of you guys. I'm not joking. You guys are either going to fire her or I'm doing a lawsuit against M&T Bank for lying and saying that I'm doing fraud on myself, because that's what she reported to the High Risk Assessment Bureau, that I was doing fraud, that I'm not Alexander Febres, that I'm lying about myself.
I could definitely get that documented for you and look into that on my behalf, or on your behalf. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, I do see the accounts are closed and whatnot. I can look into on my end on what we can do about helping you get an account established at Capital One. It's going to require me just a couple of moments if you're okay if I place you on a brief hold.
Yeah, like I said, that needs to be removed off of there. That's exactly what Capital One told me. And when they gave me the number to the High Risk Bureau that was created in 1992 by Bank of America, Discover Bank, Chase, Wells Fargo, and Capital One. They're the owners of that. The High Risk Assessment Bureau is for people, you know, that do overdraft and don't want to pay the bank, so other banks know that this person is a high risk. So they was like, yeah, you don't owe nobody money, but it's what M&T reported, because M&T still reports to us even though they're not part of this. They sit here and report this. So they reported that you're not who you say you are, and we're going to send you the proof that M&T was the one who did this. So one thing is her denying me a checking account, and then another thing is her trying to ruin me by telling, putting that there so when other banks see it, they deny me. Because that's exactly why when I just got Wells Fargo, I've been had Wells Fargo since 2024. They made me go to the branch. I was already in New York City, so I decided to go to the branch in New York City to verify my information. And since I was threatening to cancel my account there, the manager looked it up. He's like, look, man, the only reason the customer care told you to do this, bro, to be honest, is because of the Risk Assessment Bureau and what M&T Bank put there. and he was like, I'm pretty sure just give them a call. I don't want you crashing out in here. So I just want to be honest with you. Give them a call and they're going to tell you exactly why all this stuff is being done now. Because even Chase had me going to the branch because of her jackass. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not playing, man. I'm not playing. When I receive them documents and I send you guys them documents, either she gets fired or a lawsuit comes to M&T Bank. And I'm not joking. Because like I said, one thing is she wants to be a bitch about it and say, okay. But sir, I have every right to be upset. Okay, but I have every right. But I'm not cursing at you. I'm not cursing at you. Would you like it? Listen, sir. Listen. Okay, but I'm not gonna curse no more. Okay, but listen real quick. Listen real quick. I'm not gonna curse no more. All right, I'm gonna be respectful. But listen to me. Would you like it if you got into an argument with a supervisor from a branch that reported on a, you could say, federal government establishment that you're not who you say you are? And all of a sudden now you got to re-verify yourself with Bank of America and all your checking accounts. You got to go to the branches showing your ID, showing, yes, this is me. And what they're saying is a lie. Would you like, you want to be upset?
Right to be upset, but that's not the point that I'm making. Like, I'm going to help you and get through this, but I don't want to keep that negative language. You have every right to feel how you're feeling, but that's just where I'm just drawing that respect line here because I'm keeping that respect with you. It's not about, I understand where you're coming from 100%. Let's not mistake that. I definitely do. Like I said, I just want to keep that cordial. I'm listening to you, getting this documented for you, want to help you. But I do have that respect line. I don't like that foul language.
Okay, I'm not gonna curse no more.
Perfect. We can move forward then. So yeah, let me go ahead, take a look at this for you, see what we can do to get this taken care of. Is it okay if I place you on a brief hold?
No, go ahead. Take your time, sir.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah, guys, I'm not playing with fucking M&T Bank. I'm over here wondering why Capital One is blocking my shit, not letting me get a new checking account. And then they come and I call today and they're like, oh, well, risk assessment said that M&T Bank reported that you were trying to do fraud on yourself. I'm like, what you mean fraud on myself? That when you tried to open the accounts, you're not Mr. Febres. You're saying that you're Mr. Febres, you know, like lying. And I'm like, look at it. That's why I just called the bitch a bitch, because that's exactly what she is, guys. I have every right to be mad. And I found out now why these live streams on this channel get flagged when I curse a lot. Because I got to go into my YouTube studio settings, which I don't remember how to do it, but I got to look it up on YouTube after I end this live stream and put that my channel's not for kids. Because even though I put the videos, the live streams that are not for kids, because I'm a curse a lot, since my channel is neutral, it's got to say not for kids in order for YouTube not to keep flagging my live streams when I curse a lot. But I don't understand why they did it on the other, because I played the intro, yeah. My old intro that YouTube considers copyrighted music. It wasn't from my cursing. So I just found that out today, guys. But I have every right to be mad at M&T Bank, because how the hell they're going to say that I'm doing fraud on myself? You guys already know me. I showed you guys my security officer license. It says my name. You guys know that I don't joke, that I am who the hell I say I am. So it's funny how M&T Bank, that dumb bitch, because she was mad at me, she wanted to sit here and do this shit. So I told them they need to do background checks. Unprofessional ghetto people should not be working for any establishment. One thing is having somebody that's ghetto as hell working at McDonald's. I don't give a shit what ethnicity. You could be white, Puerto Rican, black. I don't give a shit. Indian, I don't give a fuck. You don't act ghetto at your job. You can act ghetto as soon as you get home. But if you're working for a bank or anything like that, you should not be ghetto at all. One thing is working at a fast food restaurant being ghetto. Another thing is working for a freaking known big bank like M&T or Bank of America or Chase or Wells Fargo, and you over here, whatever, I don't care. Like, come on, man. So yeah, that dumb bitch reported this shit, because she was the last one that I cursed out. And she was like, oh, this is why you don't have an M&T bank account. So fuck their whole squad. He's lucky I ain't telling him to send me over to that online department, because I would have been really cursing out. They would have been hung up. I got time for playing around. Did you guys remember on the live stream the other girl that she was black? She was super nice. Well, African American. She was like, "Oh, Alex, just try back in like 90 days." And that's when I tried back, and then this dumb bitch said, "¿Cómo está, primo? ¿Cómo está? Bien, bien. Gracias a Dios." You know, and then this dumbass comes and says, "No, you're not who you say you are. You need to go to a branch." Bro, the nearest branch, I was gonna go to a branch while I was in New York, right? Just to hit MNT where it freaking hurts. But since I was with my daughter, I couldn't go to the branch. But the branch is not even that far from the train station, from the Penn Station in New York. It's in Manhattan. I think it's on 33rd Street, exactly where the no, it's right there. Yeah, it's right there. Soon as I get out of the train station, MNT's right across the street. I just remembered. But yeah, that is 33rd Street. 33rd Street, West 33rd Street is exactly where M&T Bank is in New York City. Manhattan, West 33rd Street in Manhattan. I was gonna go in there just to prove my point. Bro, here goes my ID. Open up the account. All right, no problem, sir. You feel me? Like M&T don't got the right to do this shit to me. I just left it like that because it was funny how I hope to get there one day. You know what Gemini put, I guess, is the future. I love WWE, so I like put the WWE belts and me having my little office and and having a silver plaque on the wall. One day when on the Alex Raw Tech when I reach 100,000 subs, hopefully it's before I turn 50. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh man! My birthday's tomorrow, guys. I'll be 44 tomorrow, guys. The big 4-4. I just got to give a lot of things to God, bro. Seriously, guys. I'm still around at 44, and I lost so many friends over the years. Yes, I'm here.
Hello? Perfect. I just wanted to check in with you because we hit that 5-minute mark. I am still reviewing just one last detail really quick before I come back. But like I said,
yeah, because I want to. Yeah, no, because I wanted to explain something to you, sir. The girl that I had talked to after the DocuSign, the experiment, she was like, yeah, just try like in 60 to 90 days. I know it's gonna be next year at that point in 2020, 26, but just try. And then I tried again, and then that's when this one started patronizing me. No, I don't care what she told you. You need to go to a branch. And I was gonna go to the branch when I was in New York last Tuesday. Last Tuesday I was in New York City, and the M&T branch is right across the street from the Times Square, from where the Knicks play. The Penn Station, Madison Square Garden. But since I had to go to a concert with my daughter, I wasn't gonna take up all that time because it was already a long line and everything. So that's why I decided not to argue with Wells Fargo and go straight to the branch, show them my ID, because the concert was free for Wells Fargo card holders because they were the ones sponsoring that freaking concert that had over 1,000 people in there, and it was outside in the park. So that's why I was already aggravated. It was 110 degrees in New York. I'm over here in the branch showing them my ID. Okay, everything's good. You're allowed to go to the concert now with your daughter. Boom, I left. So from going from one branch, I was not gonna go to the other one that was right next to it, to M&T, just to prove a point. Well, but next time that I'm in New York, I will prove a point. I'm like, yeah, just open it. I want you to open it so they can see that the person that we're arguing the whole time is who it is. Like, this doesn't make no sense, bro. Why the hell do you live all the way in Trenton, New Jersey? Why the hell? I was already in I'm a YouTuber. I'm an independent network tester, so I'm out here testing out millimeter wave and 5G. So, my job took me this far, so I'm already here, so I might as well. Igualmente, primo. It already took me this far, so you guys are right across the street from the Penn Station, and I'm about to go so what's that part of Manhattan where everybody's at? Times Square. I'm going to Times Square. So, you guys are way before Times Square, so I decided to stop in here to show you my ID, take the pictures, do whatever you got to do. And, because it was just not fair to me, sir. The DocuSign is so you don't have to go to a branch. You know what I'm saying? Because I did that with Wells Fargo. and Chase when I opened up my account online. Right there, that's why I was telling you guys last year, you guys should do the same thing. Right when you sign up for the account, right? Before you get to open it, um, the DocuSign is right there embedded in their application for Bank of America, Chase, and Wells Fargo. The DocuSign is right there. It tells you this document is to prove your identity. Da, 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 da. Do you agree? You pick the check mark, and then it says, please give us access to your camera, to your camera. And I say yes, and then I take a picture of the ID, take a picture of the back, and boom, there you go. And if they want to take it a step further and say, well, we need a picture of your face, can you please point the camera towards your face and give us access to your front-facing camera? No problem, boom. Okay, turn your head, turn this way, turn that way. Okay, boom, identity confirmed. Your checking account's now open. And thank you for being a Wells Fargo, Chase, Bank of America member. Welcome to the family. So you guys should just do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like not fair letting somebody open up a checking account online. And then let's say, I'm pretty sure you guys dealt with this in the past with people with expired IDs. And they're like, oh, well, I didn't know. You guys let me open the account. You guys are not like Wells Fargo or Chase or Bank of America, that the DocuSign is right there embedded on the form. After you put your social security number and all that, and your address and all that is right on the bottom. That says that this document is to prove your identity. And this is DocuSign. They don't email it to you. They give it to you right then and there when you're doing the application. And I just think that in the near future, you guys should start doing the same thing. For real. It'll save you guys a lot of headaches, and just overall, it'll be a great experience for the customer and for the bank.
Got it. Definitely hear you. I'll include that in my documentation for you as well. Yeah, do you mind giving me a couple extra moments? I'll have some answers for you.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah, guys, I was roasting these guys on Reddit, man. They're freaking dumb, yo. The one dude's like, oh, your speed tester anecdotal. And I'm like, anecdotal why? Because that, duh, if you know, even in the commercials, T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T, Metro, Cricket, I don't care who it is, they put under their commercials, 5G phones you must need a 5G phone. 5G coverage needs to be available in your area. Please check the coverage map before signing up for the service. And it's like, yo, these dudes are dumb. What's up, Walter? What's good, Booker? These dudes are dumb. So I had to snap on them. Because they was like, oh, you probably live in the city. Duh, I took a video. I didn't even know you could do that on Reddit under your comments, of your video. And I left them a video. Look, jackass, I live in the city. I was just like this, guys. Look, I'm going to turn on the camera so you guys can see what I did already. I went just like this. I was like, does it look like I'm in the suburbs? Does it look like I'm in the suburbs? I don't think so. This don't look like the suburbs to me, right? This looks like a city, you jackasses. That's exactly what I did on Reddit. And they start commenting because they're stupid. Like, they don't know how to answer, they don't come to my channel. They just watch the video from Reddit itself. Because trust me, guys, I get thousands of views on Reddit. Thousands. I wish they were watching it over here, but I guess I'm YouTube, man. Seriously, you guys need to do something that when we share our videos on other social media platforms, that counts as a view on YouTube. Because it is a YouTube video. It's not an Instagram video when I post my videos on Instagram. It's not a Facebook video when I post or anywhere else on Twitter. It's a YouTube video, so those views should count towards YouTube. But yeah, guys, so I crashed out on them Reddit trolls. You guys read my comments, you guys will die laughing. I'm like, shut up, bro. You living in your mom's basement and you're talking junk to me. Get a life. And then the other one complaining about my thumbnails. I'm so tired of these. Then make me one. The hell, every time I post a video with a thumbnail that's made from Gemini, no, you don't know shit about YouTube. Shut the fuck up. People, like this year, guys, all jokes aside, this year, YouTube got really strict with it and said that if you use another person's thumbnail, right, like a KBHD thumbnail, unboxing therapy, or Flossie Carter thumbnail, you can get a copy strike. So why would me and you heard Sneed on my live stream, that he had another YouTuber come up to him And even though he found the thumbnails on Google search to say, can he please remove them? And Sneed did too. I'm not trying to get copy striked. I'm not trying to lose my channel. You know, copy strikes, 3 copy strikes, your whole channel get deleted. I didn't work this hard and made this many videos for you guys and got up to 55,300 subscribers to now freaking lose it all over stupid thumbnails. No, I'd rather have Gemini. Gemini is non-copyrighted. So YouTube can't really say nothing because it's their creation. It's Gemini. They know. They know the print came from Gemini, you know? Oh, this is a Gemini thumbnail. This is non-copyrighted. But these idiots on Reddit don't know that. You know, I'm so tired. I don't care. I am not losing my channel because you don't like the thumbnail. That they want me to become a professional editor on the computer. Oh, there's this app you could download on the computer that does this and this and that. No, I'm not doing that, guys. The hell? It's already stressful as it is sometimes when I can't find a new tower to speed test for you guys. And they want me to go and sit here and download this program on the computer that lets you, I guess, edit stuff. Oh, God. I don't understand people. You know, if you got an easy way to do something, you're going to take the easy way. You're not going to make it hard for yourself. So that's what when I said that Gemini makes cool looking thumbnails for YouTube, it's so everybody can use it. You know what I'm saying? Sneeze started using it. Everybody. Even bigger YouTubers are using thumbnails now from AI. So I don't understand what's the problem. We every YouTuber, it's Gemini's there for everybody. Hey, everybody, hey, do your thumbnail with Gemini and save yourself a copy strike, guys. Who cares what they say on Reddit? Are the people on Reddit, most of them, are they supporting you on YouTube? No. But I got a lot of them that support me on YouTube. Don't get it twisted. Ever since I started sharing my videos on Reddit, you guys know my videos used to get only like 50 views in one day. Now I'm getting 300 to 400 views in one day. So I appreciate those people that actually say, you know what, I'm gonna count it as a view for Alex. I'm not just gonna view it here on Reddit. I'm gonna go to his channel and view it on his channel, which I appreciate that. You know, that gives me more exposure on my YouTube channel, guys. But it's just these people from Reddit don't know nothing about YouTube and just want to be idiots. So I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're a smaller content creator, a bigger content creator, in January 15th of 2026, YouTube emailed me and told me if you use another content creator's thumbnail that was created by that content creator, you will risk a copy strike. Okay? And who wants a copy strike? For what? I didn't do nothing to violate the terms and conditions of YouTube or anything like that. It was because I used KBHD's thumbnail. That's why I got a copy strike. Seriously, bro? Yeah. Why you didn't use what Alex has been recommending, Gemini? Oh, because people on Reddit were saying that AI is dumb. Okay, so you're going to prefer getting a copy strike from KBHD for his thumbnail that you didn't even know was his thumbnails, that people steal his thumbnails and they put them on Google search, so you don't know whose thumbnails they are, because it's true. It's not like it said KBHD, because I looked it up and on Google it just shows thumbnail. It doesn't say KBHD. But if I would have used that same thumbnail, I would have got the same copy strike the other guy got. So no, that's why I started recommending use Gemini for your thumbnails and save yourself a copy strike. Okay? Why you guys think that I screenshot it on the watch channel, the watches from BB's website, for my favorite brand, BB Luxury Watch? Because I can't get copy striked. It's not nobody made it on YouTube. It's the company, the watch company. And why would the watch company, copy strike me when I'm unboxing and recommending their watches? They're not going to do that. But I still use Gemini to create me a permanent thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? So when I recommend Gemini for thumbnails, guys, that's for everybody. For everybody. That's not just for me. That's for everybody. That's for everybody. I mean, a lot of people didn't know you can do that. I mean, look at Rando Geek. You know, he started doing the same thing. I said it. I said, look, I'm creating these thumbnails through Gemini. You want to create them? Go ahead. And that's exactly why I did it. Because why are you going to risk a copy strike over a thumbnail? That's the dumbest thing. You know, I understand if you leaked documents from T-Mobile, Verizon, or AT&T that were not supposed to be leaked, and their lawyers get you a copy strike. then that's different. You know, you leaked something you wasn't supposed to leak. You know you were gonna risk a copy strike and you got one. But to get a copy strike over some dumb shit like a thumbnail, I would crash out. I would literally crash out. So I'd rather not crash out and just create my own thumbnails. Seriously. And when Gemini doesn't make it right, I just tell Gemini, you forgot to add this and this and that. And then Gemini says, okay, thank you. I'm, editing and putting it to your liking. And Gemini is freaking awesome, guys. I freaking recommend Gemini. Because YouTube, Siri's still dumb. To me, the update, it hasn't updated right, Siri. Because I'll tell Siri something. I'll say, call my bae, and it calls my mom. I'll say, call mommy, and it calls my daughter, Ileana. I'll say, call Ileana, and it calls Juliana. So Siri still do 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 do. So trust me, if I could get Gemini on this phone on my iPhone to just replace Siri, I would do it in a freaking heartbeat. I would do it on my 17 Pro, on all my iPhones. Dead serious. I'm not even joking. Dead serious, because that would be cool. Me straight from the phone. Hey Gemini, do make me a thumbnail. And I want it to be this and this and that. And boom, right there in my screen, my front of my screen. Okay, good. I like it. Boom, saved. That'll be awesome. But that's how Siri is supposed to be. But I don't know. I guess I gotta wait till the Master Edition. The final edition of iOS 27, the Master Edition that comes out next month in September. And guys, hold on.
I apologize for that delay. I believe that I have some answers and clarity for you.
Okay.
So, when you were telling me everything, the main thing that was really standing out to me was the company or the Bureau, the High Risk Assessment Bureau. That is very new to me, and I consulted another supervisor to see if they heard about that bureau before. That is not a bureau that we essentially work with. There are bureaus that we work with, like Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, and whatnot, and the Federal Trade Commission. But that bureau is not one that we work with. So then, it got me curious. It sounded like what you were saying, like the whole thing that's revolving around us is making it impossible for you to open up accounts, which sounds like a fraud alert is on the account, which would be through a bureau company called Check Systems, CHEX Systems. They place fraud alerts on people's credit or just anything that's in their name, and it makes it almost impossible to open up other accounts. I can't confirm whether or not we did that or not, but just based off everything that's being said,
well, they're going to send me the documents, and the documents is going to say who reported it. It's going to have M&T on there. They said.
Confirm if it is going to say. So I don't want you to take Capital One's wording of M&T did this. Yes, it was an issue that may have stemmed at M&T, but I do not believe we are the ones that did this, since we do not work directly with the High Risk Assessment Bureau. And a fraud alert would go through Check Systems, which is a whole separate entity.
No, I understand, but the only ones that had the issue with me and didn't want to send me the DocuSign information was M&T Bank, because everybody else sent it to me. When I opened up my Wells Fargo account, they got to see everything.
Based off the information, we can deny to not have you open accounts with us, but we're not going to go to other institutions and say, hey, just because this happened, do not open accounts with this person. That's not what we do. Now, Check Systems, that third-party entity, they are the ones that put fraud alerts on accounts that alert other institutions. But that's not something that we do, nor do we advise the company to do. We just take our own institutional right and deny a relationship with M&T and you. But we don't get involved with the other institutions.
No, I completely get what you're saying, but it was just too much of a coincidence that after I get denied, when was that I tried to get this account? In April? Yeah, I think it was in April. You guys even sent me the debit card and everything. And then she didn't want to do the DocuSign. And she said, okay, well, I'm going to close your account and all this after you guys already sent me the debit card. that I even showed it up on my YouTube channel and everything. I was like, look, it has the Puerto Rican flag where I'm from, Puerto Rico. So this card looks cool. No other bank does this. I think this is a cool feature from M&T, you know. And then after that, I asked her, she was like, did you get the DocuSign document? I said, no. And that's when she decided. And then another supervisor that called me back on my phone said, bro, just go to the branch. Go to the branch and then they can't say nothing. Do me that favor. I don't want to lose you. You seem like a great person. I seen you were even recommending our card on the live stream. I seen it. I appreciate it. I wish we had more people like you recommending M&T, even though you don't have us. And I understand why you cursed. You know, it's a human nature. You're mad. You know what I'm saying? We told you last year in November to try again in 90 days because I see the notations here. And you did. You waited more than 90 days because it's April. You know, and then we're giving you the same runaround. So just do me a favor and go to the branch, and then all this will stop. You know, the people that, I guess don't like you here will have to eat it because you'll be in, you haven't been banned from M&T Bank. They just want you to go to a branch to verify that you are who you say you are. You know what I'm saying? So he even told me that. So it's crazy that, like I said, now Capital One is basically saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say it's too much of a coincidence that, that bureau basically told me that you guys wanted me to go to a branch, to be more specific with you, okay? They was like, yeah, they said that you did not further identify your identity by going to a branch. So how would they know that if it wasn't sent by M&T? You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't call Capital One and tell them, oh, you know what? I just didn't want to. I was about to curse out Capital One because they were assuming things and saying, well, you didn't go to the branch because you're not Mr. Febres. And that's when I caught myself because I was about to curse out the girl. And I was like, if I curse her out, it's just, I'm just going to calm down. So when I called the, Risk Assessment Bureau, they was like, yeah, you did the right thing. Don't curse at her. She don't know what she's talking about. No, they basically reported that you didn't go to the branch. So there was no further way to verify that to say who you say you are. And that's what M&T reported to us. Because M&T does report to us.
Off, like, a lot, like, really, really, like, that's what's throwing me off. That seems so specific. Like, we wouldn't say, like, oh, this person didn't go to the branch to submit documentation. Like, that's so specific. We would just say, like, customer didn't submit proper authentication to verify.
Well, that's how they would take it. Because that's what she asked me when I was on the phone. She was like, okay, so if you didn't receive the DocuSign, so that way you don't get confused. If you didn't receive the DocuSign, then that means you didn't go to the branch either, right? Yep. Yeah, then that's why. Yep.
That's so confusing. Yeah, I definitely will be taking a look at this for you, and I do have confidence that I have some answers to get this ball rolling for you and to get everything back up and running so that you can establish other accounts. I truly believe this sounds like Check System threw this fraud alert on. They are the bureau that throws fraud alerts on people's credit files and whatnot.
So they probably did it and they reported it to the bureau that I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Because they do communications with Check System. So that could have been what correct. So they got that information from them and they gave that to Capital One and they're giving that to everybody. Not just Capital One, anybody.
So can I give you Check System's phone number and website, and they can help remove that fraud alert if there's one placed on there?
All right, give me a second so I can save the number.
Yeah, take your time. And it's Checks again, CHEX.
Okay. CHEX. Checks. System customer care for checking accounts.
Yep, system's perfect.
Yeah, so just so I can know what it is.
Fraud alerts and everything. Perfect.
Okay, so what's the number?
Number is 1-800.
Okay.
428.
428.
9623.
96. Hold on. 96. What the hell? 623. Okay, so 1-800-428-9623.
Perfect. And their website's easy. It's just www.checksystems.com.
Yeah, but you know, because of this whole mess that was made, um, it's like Capital One said, I'm gonna have to go to one of your branches and, you know, verify so that way this could get taken off. And because let's say check system says, no, we don't have a way to check to take it off. The only way to take it off is if you go to the branch and show your identity. Because that's exactly what the high risk bureau told me. There was like check systems might, you know, tell you that you still have to go to the branch. Because since they were saying that you're not
They're going
you.
to tell you that because the accounts are now they're closed, and it looks like they would just back office agreed to not reestablish. So I feel like the only reason we would want you to go to an M&T branch to verify is if we were looking into reestablishing the accounts. But looking at it, it looks like they terminated that. So I don't see a reason
Yeah,
why they
because
would
when they
refer you.
because when they because when they called me, I told them the branch is too far. Because it is. The nearest branch is in Patterson, New Jersey. That's an hour away from my house. That's a whole hour. Like, that's why I cursed out that supervisor. Because I'm like, you're gonna pay the tolls, you're gonna give me gas money? I gotta pay tolls to go up North Jersey. No, sir, that's not my problem. Well, it is your problem because you don't want to send me the DocuSign. So how you gonna say this is not your problem? Like, you know, anybody else, and I'm being serious, sir. Anybody else sits there and tries to make somebody that's getting them more customers into their establishments feel comfortable, because none of the people that I cursed out from your bank goes home and says, I love working for M&T. I recommend M&T. Look at the cool debit card designs we have. Look at me unboxing this card. No, it's us YouTubers that get you banks more money by bringing in more people. It's not you or your commercials. I don't care who you pay. What's good, bro? That people don't care about that. When people go to Capital One or whoever I recommend, they said we went because of Alex, not because of your commercials. What's good, bro? Same here, bro. Same to you. So, you know, you guys got to take into consideration stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, your manager's not making you money. You feel me? Your manager is getting paid. I do this for free. Me and M&T Bank don't have a relationship. We don't even have a sponsorship. So I'm doing stuff for free. So, of course, when one of your reps doesn't want to do their job, I have every right to curse them out. Because if I got you 500 customers, it's because of me. It's not because of your commercials. It's because I'm sitting here and I publish my videos and I put them on Reddit where thousands of people watch them videos. Put them on TikTok where another 1,000 watches those videos. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all my social media sites where I have big followings. And then it's a smack in the face when I hear, oh, well, sir, I'm not doing this. Like, bro, you know why I survived at my job? Because I mind my business. Just because a customer cursed out another armed security officer like me doesn't mean I'm gonna tell that person you're not allowed in this building no more. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I survived. That's exactly why my boss said, Alex, you know why you've been here the longest? And I'm like, what? Because you mind your business. You don't come with me to complain. You don't sit here and get mad at these customers that spend a lot of money in this building because they cursed out John, Steven, or Michael, or Jessica, or Jeffrey, which are supervisors here. And you don't hold that up against that customer and you tell them, no, as long as the owner of this establishment doesn't tell me that you're blocked from coming in this building, I can let you in, sir. There you go. And that's why I survived. You know what I'm saying? And you know how many times I get cursed out in front of my face? You're telling me to calm down, and I did calm down out of respect, okay? But when I'm at work, the person's in my face, not on the phone, in my face, calling me a mother effer, you fake run-a-cop. If you didn't have that gun on you, I'll beat the crap out of you, and da-da-da-da. Come on, bro. I deal with more stress than you guys do. So that's what I'm saying. That day had just came out of work, a stressful day at the apartment complex that I do armed security at, and the dude was crashing out on me because I couldn't let him in because he didn't have his ID. And it's not his apartment, it's his girlfriend's apartment. And I'm like, bro, without your ID, bro, what the F? Da, 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 da. And I'm like, bro, I'm not losing my job over you. So that's what I'm saying. I understand what you guys say. And, you know, you got to follow the script. I got to follow the script, too. He doesn't have an ID. He doesn't come into this building. Simple as that, Alex. Okay, no problem, bro. Hey, you the boss. He doesn't, and, bro, I'm doing my job. You feel me? But holding a grudge against somebody, because the last rep, like I said, I told her give me more time, and then this one read the notations from that last rep, and she was like, "Yeah, no wonder they don't want to give you no account here and blah 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 blah." And that's when her supervisor called me and said, "Alex, it's not like she said. We do want you here, but we need you to go to a branch. If not, I can cancel this right now, and when you get some time, you could go to a physical branch yourself because we're not banning you from M&T. I appreciate what you do on YouTube. I did get to see your live stream where you were recommending us and showing, and you had a lot of people watching, and we see the views you get on your videos. So we appreciate you. So I just want you, look, I'm gonna cancel this out right now. But if you ever feel like it, you're not banned. You could go to any branch. If you're in Patterson for some reason, New York City, we got, in Manhattan, we got branches, and you happen to be there making a video for your speed testing 5G and all this stuff, then you could go into one of them local branches. It doesn't matter if you live in Jersey, as long as you got your ID, they'll be able to help you out and open an account. So I know that this was closed because, like I said, the supervisor called me back because she was like, I don't want you thinking that because she acted like that was you. That's how we all feel. We know that you did it out of frustration. I understand. I would be mad too if I'm a YouTuber recommending this bank that's not paying me anything. I'm doing it for free. And then it's a smack in the face when I need help and I feel like I'm not being helped. So like I said, I'm going to give them a call to see what they say. But like I said, when I receive them papers, I don't want to hear no excuses because my phone records in 4K. I got a 17 Pro, 1 terabyte, and I'm about to get the 18 Pro next month. So when I take pictures of them documents that you can see them in 4K or even 8K, if the papers take that long to where I got the 18 Pro, and those are going to be 8K photos, you can see those almost blind. Then I don't want to hear no excuses when I show you guys the documents that says M&T reported this.
Got it. Definitely understand that. Yeah, I do believe check systems, giving them a call, this will sort most of it, if not all of it, out for you. I do have some confidence in that. Just by the way everything is sounding, I do want to apologize for how, don't get me wrong, I read the previous notes and whatnot, and I do apologize that the representative that you had that read those notes decided to take that personal grudge and take that out on you. Definitely not professional whatsoever. We're all human. We all get upset. We all say things. Doesn't mean that it has to carry over to the next person or to
Correct.
To hold that grudge.
Correct, sir. And that's why I survived at my job. That's exactly why I survived at my job.
Like earlier in the call when we were talking about that counseling thing, that's like the mindset that I had. Like that was that day. You're with me now. Like we're talking this out. We're getting it figured out. The past is the past. I think what you were telling me today is very justifiable. You being upset is very justifiable. So yeah, that's why I want to get this documented and share it with my supervisor as well. But I also feel like, I wouldn't be pushing you down this road to get in touch with check systems if I didn't believe it would work. Because
no, I got you.
It would just institute you calling us back and whatnot. So I definitely wanted to make sure I gave you some answers. But again, I can't stress it enough. I do apologize.
No, but listen, I want to get the checking account with you guys because I like you guys. My mother-in-law has been with you guys forever since she came from Puerto Rico because she lives in Patterson. So the branch is only 5 blocks away from her house, just like I got Citizens Bank 5 blocks away from my house. So when I go see my mother and father-in-law with my fiance, I see the branch right there. So, I don't like feeling defeated. You know what I'm saying? And since you guys didn't ban me, I don't have an issue going to the branch, showing that, so that way the people like her that believe, because trust me, bro, I was on a live stream. I know you're not allowed to listen to it, so that's why I'm not going to tell you, look, I could play the live stream right now. But, bro, I want to make sure that I make her feel some type of way by showing that I said I am who the hell I said I am. That's the whole point of this. You know what I'm saying? Because she kept saying, no, you're not Mr. Febres because you don't want to go to the branch. No, you're not Mr. Febres because you don't want to go to the branch. So all that was recorded, bro. So I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem making people feel, dumb for calling me, saying that I'm not who I say I am. But you enjoy the rest of your day, bro. Like I said, I'll give them a call tomorrow and sort this out to see if they have anything. And if they say no, I don't know how, early risk got this information. I would just wait for them to send you that letter. Then I have no choice but to wait for them. But I am going to call, that department, and I'm going to wait them 14 days because they said it's a lot of documentation. So, you know, it's going to take
Yeah.
14 days for me to receive it. And like I said, if I don't see nothing that says M&T reported anything negative, because, you know, I'm going to read through it, of course. I'm not just going to call you guys and be like, oh, my God, no. I'm going to read through it first. And I don't see where anything was reported, then I'm going to call Capital One and I'm going to go off on them. And then they'll have a real reason to say dumb stuff. Because I just, you know, it's not fair for me to not receive some type of answer and then them blame you guys and then I received the proof from that. Because what I was trying to explain to you earlier, that checking slash credit bureau it was created by Bank of America, Capital One, Chase, Wells Fargo, and Discover Bank. Those were the 5 banks that created this. And that was created back in 1992. But I noticed that Bank of America and Chase and them are not as harsh when it comes to this rely on the system that they created, because Bank of America, Chase, and Wells Fargo own majority shares of it. You know, Capital One just owns like 5% of it. So who the F are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, they get me mad. So Chase was like, no, we just wanted you to verify because, you know, it was some discrepancy there saying that, you know, you wasn't who you were. You know, that's all. We know you're Mr. Febres. Mr. Febres, you've been with us since you were 18 years old and you're going to be 44. So, you know, we don't want to patronize you. You've been a great customer to Chase. You know, we just wanted you to go there just for verification purposes, you know, just to keep people at ease here that were thinking that, oh my God, this account has been open fraudulently for so many years. You know what I'm saying? So that's the main reason they made me go to the branch with my ID. But I didn't have a problem. I wasn't mad about that. I was just mad because, like I told you, Capital One is blaming you guys. It was M&T Bank. M&T said this, and that's why this is here, and da 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 da.
But can I be very like human with you for a moment, just outside of like professional? We get a lot of calls of like a lot of third party, just no matter what it is, different situations, but it's always immediate like call the bank, it's their fault. And it turns out half the time it's not actually us. Like, yes, we have a play in the situation, but half of the time it's not actually. That's what throws me off, is like the how specific the whole situation is sounding. I think you're truly getting just a lack of information, if any correct information on that end. Because like I said, I can't confirm that we did end the relationship here, but I do not see us reaching out to any of those institutions or anything like that to put that credit flag on you. So that's really, it concerns me that they told you that.
Yeah, but you know, Capital One, sometimes they have a tendency of doing this. Like, they'll sit here and blame somebody else, because this wouldn't be the first time. But, you know, since I did have that issue with your colleague, you know, well, from a different department. Yeah, you know, that's why I was like, okay, then yeah, they're telling the truth. You get what I'm saying? But if I would have never had that interruption with her, I would have never thought about it. I'm like, come on, no, I never even tried to get an account with, you know, and if I did with M&T Bank, we ended in good terms, and, you know, and that's it, you know. But, you know, they were just blaming them. It was like a blame game between them and the early risk bureau. Like, they were like, well, I don't know why Capital One told you to call us and get mad at us. They're the ones who are supposed to handle this and tell you this, because they're part owner of this risk assessment firm, and they can look up these documents. So, you know, it was just like I was being ping ponged around. So she was like, she was like, let's just wait for these documents, Mr. Febres. If you see some discrepancies that M&T needs to fix, then you contact them and you let them know. And you show them the proof I'm going to send you. And then you let us know, look, this is what M&T said. You guys need to take this off of here. Because she was like, as long as you get that fixed with M&T, we will remove this off your, your checking account, checking credit bureau here, and you won't be considered a high risk no more.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get that documented. I'll attach it to the account as well. Like I said, I do plan on, as soon as we get off of here, I'm gonna send this over to my supervisor, see if I can get in touch with them so we can review for you. But again, I know I sound like a broken record. I do have confidence when you contact Check Systems either tomorrow, whenever you decide to do it, that they're going to be able to give you answers that you're looking for. Just my professional confidence in that.
Yeah, no, like I said, I am going to reach out to them because I need to know what's going on. Yeah, because I want to know if Capital One is lying. Now, if they tell me, no, we don't see nothing and we didn't report that to them, I don't know where Capital One got that information from. I'm not even gonna bother calling them back. I'm gonna cancel the savings account that I got with them and pull out all my money that I have there, and that'll teach them a lesson to lie to me. I'll cancel my
Hopefully. In the
CDLs that I got with
meantime,
them
then,
because
do
they
you
let me
have
get the
any
C.
questions or?
No, I
Go
mean,
ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean
no,
to interrupt you.
no. I was just saying that. I was just like, it doesn't make any sense. So I'm a high risk for a checking account, but not for a savings account. How convenient that is. How
That's
convenient.
strange.
Yeah, and they were like, oh, because checking accounts, you can overdraft. No, the hell I can't because I always choose not the non-overdraft option. I don't like
Yeah, the
overdrafting.
election.
Yeah, I always choose that. So how you gonna say I'm gonna overdraft and owe you guys money? And I was like, I don't owe no bank money. You idiots! Don't you see Bank of America? Yeah, Chase, U.S. Bank, none of the big banks. So what are you talking about? Oh well, that's when she changed the subject, and she was like, no, it wasn't that. It was something about M&T here. M&T couldn't verify you, or I don't know what happened. Maybe you didn't want to go to a branch, and they couldn't send you the DocuSign, and that's when she brought all that up. When I shut her down on that, I don't owe Bank of America or none of these banks that I have checking accounts with, that I recommend on my YouTube channel, and
Right.
that's when she started, like got all nervous and said, no, well, there's another thing here from M&T. Look, if you don't want to give me a checking account, just freaking say it. Like, we don't got to go around in circles and make up 1,000 excuses.
Yeah, don't
Duh.
sugarcoat. I hate sugarcoating.
Yeah, like, why
On
would
to the
you,
next person.
yeah, like, why would you sit here and just say, oh, no, it's this, and no, it's that, oh, no, it's this? Like, at that point, I feel like, you're trying to stop me. You know what I'm saying? Because she could have said, oh, go to the nearest Capital One to verify your information. I don't have a problem. Capital One's right there in Philly. That's only 40 minutes away. That's super close. 40, well, no, on a good day with low traffic, yeah, I could take like 30 minutes to get there. So that's not even that far. I don't got to pay no tolls or anything. And I was like, I could go to the branch, to the 360 branch cafe right there in Philly, in South Philly. Oh, no, that's not necessary. I found something here about M&T Bank. I'm like, M&T Bank? I don't have problems with M&T Bank. All I did was that I had to go because they couldn't, for some reason, send me the DocuSign, and I had to go to a physical branch. So that's why the account was closed down. It wasn't closed down because of fraud, you dumbass. I told you just like that. And she was like, well,
Yeah.
all right.
That even sounds like the way. Yeah, the way you're even telling me about it, like how she had one reason, the person had one reason to deny it, but then as soon as you started mentioning things, that's when they started pulling up. Like, oh, well, M&T, that just it sounds fishy. Alex, to be very upfront with you.
I know, but I chose not to curse her out because I'm still making good interest on that CDLs. And if I would have crashed out the way I wanted to, she would have closed it down. You know what I'm saying? And I want to close it on my
Pick and
terms.
choose your battles.
Yeah. So that's a huge difference. Cause trust me, when I'm with a bank, I don't have no issues. Chase, we can call Chase right now, and they'll tell you if Mr. Febres calls once a year is a lot. Bank of America could be like, yeah, if he calls once a year is a lot. U.S. Bank, yo, he calls us like every 2 years. So I don't harass my banks. It's only when I have an issue. Like if I see I use my debit card somewhere and they made a duplicate of it. Because they got these schemers and stuff. They made a duplicate, and I see the charges and they're not mine. Of course, I'm gonna call you guys. I'm like, yo, this is not mine. But yeah, that's why I got a great relationship with these big banks because I hardly talk to them. I'm not your regular customer care. I got better things to do. I got my YouTube channels to take care of, and the only time I call you guys is if I have an issue. Other than that, I'm not going to be on the phone with you guys. So you don't got to worry about
Your
that
boss said,
at all.
mind your business.
Yeah, correct. I worry about
Your
myself.
boss said.
Yeah, so that's why her supervisor that called me back was like, Alex, just go into a branch. Go into a branch,
Yeah.
M&T branch, and just get it. I don't want you to waste money on tolls. I'm saying if you're already there, if you're already in that location, general location, go in there, show your ID, get the checking account you want, and that way, you could basically shut people up. That's exactly what she told me. And there you go.
Right.
Because I'm not going to tell you're not who you say you are, but since we can't send a verified email for some odd reason, then that's the only way you could get this checking account. And I'm telling you right now, you're not banned because, we understand that, you're a security officer, you go through a lot of stress, and we all do. Sometimes we curse out people out of frustration, not because we really mean to, it's out of
We're
frustration.
human.
Yeah, of course, and
We're
nobody's
human
perfect.
beings.
But yeah, bro, thank you
Exactly.
so much for your time. I don't want to get you in trouble. You've been excellent. Like I said, I gotta go up to New York next week, so I'll be across the street from there. I could just walk across the street and get the account
Perfect.
because it's right there across the
All
street from
right.
the Penn Station in New York. Because I gotta go up there to make a video for my YouTube channel anyway. Those make me a lot of money.
You know, absolutely. Well, Alex, I do want to say that I'm glad that you were able to get in touch with me. I know it's kind of a shaky situation, but it has been a pleasure being able to help and get you some answers.
Hmm.
And I do want to thank you for calling M&T, and I do hope you have a great and safe trip to New York.
Yeah, no problem. And I'll make sure that when I receive that documentation, if it has nothing negative, like if you guys said that, I'm not who I say I am, I'll make sure I cancel that CDLs before I curse out Capital One for giving me the runaround and lying and making me piss and call you guys. Because
Make sure
I'm
you get
serious, bro.
get
I'm
that
going to hold a
closed out
grudge against them.
first.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to look at the documentation, read through it. And as soon as it says no, and I'm a call the high risk. I'm like, okay, so why did you guys mention M&T? Oh, well, I'm not supposed to tell you this, but Capital One told us to mention M&T. And that's when I'm going to call, Capital One and let them have it.
Exactly. Perfect. All
All
right.
right.
Well, yeah, if you ever have any questions when you're in New York, definitely step into that branch, or if you need any follow-up, just shoot us a call back.
No problem. Thank you so much for your time, bro. Appreciate it. I'm sorry for cursing
Of
earlier.
course.
But, I was
No, you're
really
fine.
frustrated with this whole situation.
No,
Like
I
you heard, she
completely
was
get your
giving me the
frustrations.
runaround. First, it was, oh, well, nope, I don't owe money to none of them. And then it's, oh, well, I found something here. You know when somebody doesn't want to give you something, so they find a thousand excuses
Any
not to give it to
excuse,
you.
reach for any string?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So
Yep.
that's basically what she did. But you enjoy the rest of your work day, bro. I'm on vacation. Thanks God. I don't go back to
Perfect.
work
My
till next
friend,
month. Good.
awesome. My friend, I hope you're able to enjoy it. Try to have a great rest of your night and a great
You
week
too.
ahead, okay?
You too. Appreciate it, bro.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye.
So there we go, guys. M&T has nothing to do with this. It's Capital One. I believe what he says. I believe that when I received that, them documents from the early. Well, no, not Chime is a fintech. They'll give anybody a checking account. But you won't be able to get like a good checking account with Bank of America or any of them. But yeah, guys, man, it was a productive live stream. I believe every word that comes out his mouth, and I'm being serious with you guys. I'm not joking. So I will, be going off. Stay tuned because I'm gonna flip off on. I'm gonna change this tonight to that the live streams are not for kids, so YouTube can stop flagging them when I curse people out. And like I told you, this is called Alex Raw Talk. So I don't care if they ban me, if they want to cancel my Discover It card. I don't give a shit no more. If that bitch that works for Capital One lied to me, when I received this documentation by August, they said August 21st. When I received this documentation by August 24th, and that Capital One bitch lied to me, I am going to shit on her. So you guys got to stay tuned to that. I am going to shit on her. I'm going to make her cry, and you guys are going to hear her crying on the live stream, and I'm not joking. I'm going to super go off on her. I'm gonna have a complete meltdown on her ass. Because right now, you seen that. He said I could get that there's nothing that's saying that I'm banned from M&T. Imagine if I would have started cursing him out too. I would have got banned from M&T because of Capital One, for Capital One line. So I don't give a shit about Capital One. So stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel. Make sure you turn on that bell notification because I swear to God, when I received them papers on the 21st from the early assessment credit bureau for checking accounts, I will be flipping off on Capital One for lying. And you guys don't want to miss that. You guys are going to be laughing when I said I wasn't going to do this no more. But when somebody lies this bad and has me almost in the border of being banned from M&T Bank because they want to lie, yes, I will. In these type of situations, I'm breaking my rule. I am going to crash out on her dumb ass. I'm like, can you please put Stephanie on the phone? Because that's her name, Stephanie. Yeah, Stephanie comes into work tomorrow, Mr. Fabres. Okay, well, I guess I'll be calling tomorrow because I want to talk to the same supervisor. And when she says, yes, this is Stephanie, I'm like, you dumb son of a bitch. Why the hell you told me that M&T reported fraud when M&T never reported fraud, you dumb bitch? Watch, guys, I'm going ape shit on her ass. I'm telling you, I am going ape shit on her ass. Yeah, bro. This used to be my perfume channel. But people wasn't liking the perfumes that I was putting. That's why you see a perfume as the first video. And I need to keep it there because if I want to get this channel monetized, I'm already over 1,000 subscribers. I just need the 4,000 watch hours, and all I need is a video that's 1 year old or longer. So I just kept that one because that's one of my favorite Everbic perfumes. But stay tuned, guys. I will be doing a live stream on the Alex Raw Tech channel. Thank you for all your support. Make sure you smash that like button. And I'm going to catch you guys in the next one, guys. Take care. God bless and be safe. You already. And thank you for watching, guys. Appreciate you. Seriously. Catch you guys later on the Alex Raw Tech.